Alright guys, so I wanted to make this video of gameplay without a starter set, using just a card that I made up with the Sidekick dice faces on it. So I'll put a link to this in the description. It's basically, the way it works is you have your Sidekick die, and then we're going to be using 8 d6s that are kind of like close as I can get to the size of the Marvel Dicemasters dice, and the different faces will be different things. Like if you roll a 1, it'll be a mask, and 2, it'll be a fist, and 3, it'll be a shield, and then a bolt, and a question mark, and a thing. So you just roll the dice, and you use this to determine which you got. Like this would be 2 shields because it's 2 3s, so I look and see. So you just go from the left over. And the card that I've made up of this now has like the numbers above this, so it's a little bit better than this card that I printed out. If you don't have a printer, and you have even worse than that, if you have an ink pen and you've bought booster packs, you can even just draw out the what the Sidekick card looks like, and just put your bolt and your fist and your goggles and your shield and your question mark and your Sidekick 1/1 character with 0 field cost on the card, and I hope you can draw better than I can, because that is pretty terrible. But this is just the white piece of paper that comes to try to protect the cards that comes in with the booster packs. Also, Mike Elliott commented on one of my videos that he's one of the designers that if you have Courier's dice, you could just color different sides of the quiddity on that, so that they could represent your bolts and masks and different things like that. So at least that way it would fit perfectly with the size of the Marvel Dicemasters dice. So, but that's if you already own Couriers, or that's easier for you to find, you could do that as well. But we're just going to use D6s, and we're going to show you sort of how the gameplay works with D6s. And we've already played a game already, and I guess we'll have to roll off to see who goes first. Alright, I got a 10, you got a 16, sir. So I guess that means you go first. Sorry if you hear my son in the background, he's playing in his little play thing. He's pretty content though. So we are using Green Goblin, Goblin Lord, Nightcrawler Abandoned, Punisher Vigilant, and Hulk Green Goliath on my side. And on Nate's side we have Angel High Ground, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Wolverine Wild Boy, and Thor God of Thunder. So we're just playing with 4 characters and 15 life, and we just have a couple dice on all the guys except for our strongest guy. I opened 30 packs. I have another video that shows that, and this is kind of just what we're randomly playing with to show you how to play. So go ahead, Nate. Alright, so what do you got?
Got 2 wilds, lightning bolt, and a shield.
Cool. So 5s are wilds, 4s are your lightning bolts on this one, and 3 is your shield. So what are you going to buy with that? So since you have wilds, you can pretty much buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
As long as it's 4 or less.
I think what I'll do
Or are you going to re-roll anything?
I believe that's what I will do. I believe I'll save 3 to buy an angel. I'm going to re-roll 1 to see if I can get
a sidekick.
The sidekick, guys.
Nope.
Nope. So those go away, and angel comes up.
And those go all to your used pile. Okie doke. My turn. Draw 4 6-sided dice sidekick out of the bag. Roll them. Ugh. Okay. I got a wild, a bolt, and a shield, and a sidekick. So I'm going to use the wild as well. I have a bolt already, so I'm going to buy Green Goblin with these 3. And I'm going to field my sidekick. And I don't think I'm going to do any attacks, just because I want to have somebody to block with. So it is back to your turn.
Alright. Alright, so I've got
a bunch of bolts.
2 lightning bolts, a fist, and goggles.
So you go Ghost Rider, you can roll again. So since we're not playing with the starter set, I don't have any like actual action cards to play with, which will add cards that both players can buy. But you can still play without doing that. We've played a game so far, and it went pretty good. So, what do you think, sir?
I believe I'll go ahead and buy a Ghost Rider.
Leaving yourself undefended.
Yeah.
All about it. All right, I pull my last 3 sidekicks, roll those, and I might be buying my other Green Goblin. I'm basically going to have the same turn as I had last turn. Got a sidekick, a wild, a bolt, and a punch. I will pay those to buy the other Green Goblin, and I will field my other sidekick. So I have 2 sidekicks out. Your turn, sir.
All right.
At least I have some blockers. And here comes the angel that I probably won't be able to block against, unless he rolls a bunch of shields.
Got a sidekick. I think I'm going to put that to the side.
Reroll all those?
Yeah. Okay. So I've got 4.
2 goggles and 2 shields, and a sidekick.
I believe I'll just leave the sidekick here and buy another Ghost Rider.
But you don't have a bolt.
Oh, that's true.
So you can buy your other angel.
Yeah, I might as well.
I mean, gotta buy something. Any attacks?
No.
Okay, I put all my used pile dice back into the bag. Mix those up real good. And draw 4. And I got one of my Green Goblins. All right, rolling them up. And typical, I don't roll any characters on it. I don't like any of this. I'm going to re-roll it all. Come on, Green Goblin. There we go. That Green Goblin cost 1 to bring out. Okay, I'm going to field my sidekick for free. I'm going to pay this shield to bring out my Green Goblin, and I have 1 energy left over. So Green Goblin's ability is the sidekicks get +1/+1.
Oh,
So now
wow.
2 2s.
Great.
I will
Good.
swing with all 3 sidekicks, and that is 6 damage coming towards you. You can choose where to block.
I'll just block 1.
Okay, so he doesn't die, but your guy does because he's a 2/2, so he goes back to my field, and these 2 get through, so you take 4 damage, and they go to my used file.
All right.
So it's now 15-11, and your turn. This energy would stay in place since I didn't use it, but we don't have any global abilities to really use, so I'm just going to put it in my used file because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And now you're getting to roll 5 because I killed off one of your guys.
So I've got
I mean,
A wild.
you can stay completely undefended. That
2
is
bolts.
totally fine with me.
shield, and a punch. I think I'm going to re-roll them all.
Gotta get some sidekicks.
Yeah.
Got a sidekick.
So I've got a sidekick, a wild, 2 bolts, and goggles. So I've got 4 to spend. I guess I'll get the Ghost Rider.
Okie doke. And field your sidekick.
Yep.
Okie doke, back to me. Pull 4. 1, 2, 3. Only 1 left. It's Green Goblin. So I roll my 4. I roll my 4. Just re-roll everything. There we go. That's pretty ridiculous right there.
Good.
I'm going to field him. I can't spend these other 2 energy because all my other characters are too expensive, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And I will attack with the 2/2 and the 5/5.
Well, obviously I'll block the 5/5.
And the 2/2 goes through. That does 2 damage to you, and it goes to the used pile. And your guy goes to your prep area. This is much different than our last game.
Yeah, this is a lot more fun.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so the prep dice, the last 2 dice in my bag, and I need 2 more dice.
See, the last game I couldn't draw any green goblins at all.
You might as well stop the video.
Might as well stop the video.
Jesus.